Be warned. Some girls may be very religious, but when you bring them in, that is when you see what is inside of them. My people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Pastor Mrs Bariwei is here again on The Ideal Woman. We have run some series and I'm glad about your response. God bless you all. I believe we are applying some of these things into our lives. Now today, I want to discuss with us, what should the mindset of a young lady who wants to build a home with her partner be? You know, these days, the mindset of ladies is high up. I want to get a rich man. I want to get married from a very wealthy home. I want to do this. So they set up goals that they cannot catch. What should the mindset of a woman that is ready to marry be? One of the major things is that lady must know that in the marriage, there's going to be some setbacks. There are going to be setbacks from stage to stage of the marriage. Because ladies these days do not prepare for that. They marry a man that probably is wealthy or has a very good job at that time that they met the man. And if things goes wrong, they are out. They will say that is not what they bargained for. That's not an ideal woman. It's not an ideal woman. An ideal woman should have a mindset that when there are setbacks, how am I going to handle it with my husband, with my partner, in order to come out of it? Another thing is that an ideal woman to be in her home must learn respect, must have respect. There is nothing a man needs most than the wife respecting him. When she respects a man, the man can show the love. Remember, in Ephesians chapter 5, starting from verse 25, there are certain guidelines that are there. Men were ordered by God to love their wives. If you go down where they said the women should be subject to their husbands. A woman that wants to become ideal in her home must have that respect. Because I can say that these days, most of the girls, I love a man. It's not your duty to love. Girls, it is not your duty to love. Your duty is to respect. Your duty is to be subject to the man. God has given the man the go ahead to love you. Let him love you. We all have a common love, which is the agape love, that God has set a standard for us. So love is naturally in us women, love is in the men, but God, in the case of marriage, God said the man should love the wife. So the girls must look out for a man that loves them. I pity girls when they say this, I love him, I married him because I love him. Does he love you? I'm sorry to say, if you love a man more than the way he loves you, you are bound to be in danger in the nearest future in that home. So for your ideal nature to be complete, look out very well for a man that loves you And you must have that respect for that man. Without respect, the love will not flow. Thirdly, a woman, a girl who does not look out for a rich man, like I said before, but look out for a man that has the ability to make wealth. The money may not be there, right? Because you are starting. The money may not be there at the time. But there are certain things, aspects that is why there is courtship. You learn from the man. You read the man from the way he talks, from the way he expresses himself, if the man will be able to make it in life or not. It is not a man who will by any means say, I want to satisfy this. You know, boys can go to any length to satisfy you at that time that they are courting you. But as soon as they bring you in, they become themselves. The truth is, even before you marry, no matter how long you court, before you marry, you will not completely know the man you are marrying. And the men too, they will not completely know the woman they are marrying until they start living together. So for an ideal woman, for you to complete your idealness is, you must look for a man. You must see the features in a man that will be able to make it. He must not necessarily make it at that time you are meeting him, but the potentials, you should recognize the potentials of the man making it. And again, which is very, very, very important, godliness should be in the woman. Any lady that wants to make a good home must be godly. When I mean godliness, I don't mean religiosity, religious. You are religious. That is not it. When you are godly, when the heart to serve God is in you, when you reason things with God before you do them, when you ask God, is this thing right, before you do it, when you have the fear of God, let me tell you, you will automatically respect your husband. You will automatically build with your husband. You will automatically see that nothing hurts your husband and hurts anyone around the family, even the children. But when you don't have the fear of God, it's not there. When you have the fear of God, you are going to know that the marriage you are going into is a permanent contract, spiritual and physical. You know, in godliness, the woman must recognize that this marriage thing, that lady must recognize this marriage thing is not because she wants to go there to enjoy, but it is what God has ordained. And so she's going into the contract spiritually and physically. When spiritual problems come, she should be able to fight it. When physical problems come, she should be able to do what? To fight it. That is a godly woman. A godly woman is an ideal woman. She keeps things right. She walks according to the will of God. Whether there is chaos in the marriage, she tries to set it right. She's not after the wealth of the man or how much the man can give, but she's after building together. These are the things, by the way, most men or young men should look into. Not the side attraction, not the painting of the face, not the beauty, no. Not the family the girl comes from, not the religiosity. Be warned. Some girls may be very religious, but when you bring them in, that is when you see what is inside of them. So, but a girl that is ready to build a home with her partner as an ideal woman must be godly. She must have the mindset that as I came into this place, life is not that smooth. Life is not smooth with anybody. You know, setbacks could come. I should be able to handle them. The most homes, I pray that women should watch their children, especially the girl child, to build an ideal home. But unfortunately, if our mothers are not ideal, there is no way idealness is going to come into our children, because you cannot give out what you do not have. So today, that is the brief topic I have for you. I am going to continue with it the next time until I exhaust it. Like I said, please put down your comments. Add to what I have said. You should add to what I said where need be. And I want to say thank you for listening. And I love you. I really do love you. Comment. Share this to many channels. And God will bless you. Bye. Love you.